I am Benji Breitbart of LaughingPlace.com. I'm here at Cotino for the grand opening of the Artisan Club, and you are watching Laughing Place on location. Cotino is the first Storyliving by Disney community and is located in California's Coachella Valley. With the first residents already enjoying Rancho Mirage's beauty, I was on hand for the official unveiling of the Artisan Club, an optional add-on amenity for Cotino residents. The beacon of the Artisan Club is the Parr House, inspired by Pixar's Incredibles 2.
This is our new house!
Okay, easy, Tiger. It's being loaned to us.
This two-story house hosts member events and can be booked by members for special occasions and can even be rented for overnight stays. Imagineering senior interior designer Lorenzo and senior architect Caleb were on hand to talk about the Parr House. Here's what they had to say.
One of the things that makes this place so unique is it's not just an event center or a multi-purpose room, it's actually a home. So there are 6 bedrooms in this home, and Artisan Club members can actually book it to stay overnight here.
And what's really cool about the bedrooms is they're all inspired by characters from Incredibles 2. You'll notice when you walk around, we use like colors to give a little nod to the characters. There's custom wall covering up there as well and custom lighting fixtures. We didn't want any overt character up there, but we just wanted some nods to it to just give you the feeling of the character.
Isn't this a bit much?
We're really happy to share Parr House with you all.
There's a bunch of Easter eggs
Hidden
throughout the
know
home.
if you find it.
So go explore, and if you find one, let us know.
The Artisan Club offers 2 dining locations, a table service restaurant called Architect's Fork and an outdoor beach bar called Plot Twist. Caroline from Walt Disney Imagineering gave us a tour of this literary-inspired hangout spot.
I think we're possibly the only beach bar in the desert, which is quite fun. These are all pages from books that went on to become Disney films. So you'll see Treasure Island, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Alice in Wonderland, Living Desert. We got them all. And then what I love that our Imagineering team has done is they've scribbled in the margins and circled words that they find inspiring, almost as if it was someone who's thinking about how do I turn this into a screenplay for a film. And then, of course, we have the illustrations that complement the pages as well. I will point out a really fun photo op that I discovered this morning. If you sit here and you angle your selfie just perfectly, that crown will sit right on your head. We also have these beautiful wooden room dividers. You'll see those letter details that is inspired by a letter press. And there's a couple of hidden Mickeys in each of them that I'll let you all find as well. If you look above the bar, we have this really, really fun chandelier. Again, playing with the idea of creativity that comes through written word. And so these are pages draped across. And so the team had a lot of fun figuring out, okay, what is the right page that we want to drape on this chandelier? And I think it turned out just beautifully. I'll also point out what is happening across the lagoon this way. This is our town center, which will open in 2026. The town center will be open to the public, so you won't need to be an Artisan Club member and Cotino resident to be able to go. It will be open to anyone. It'll have some really fun shopping, dining. Those brown buildings that you see closest to us is our Artisan Village, which is a pedestrian-only area of the town center. And those cabanas will be available to local artists and artisans to be able to sell their wares out of. Fun little like mini shops. And then we will have a public beach as well. We went through a lot of sand tests to find the exact perfect sand that had that like soft, powdery texture, but not so soft that you get stuck in it. And then it is also special sand that it still gets warm, but it stays like relatively cool even during the heat of summer. So we went through many sand samples. We put our toes in a lot of sand. We put our fingers in a lot of sand. And we finally found what we think is the perfect sand.
I don't like sand.
The Artisan Club includes fitness programs like the Encanto dance cardio class, blending storytelling with aerobic fitness. I tell you more about my experience, but they kindly asked me not to talk about Bruno. Among the Artisan Club member-exclusive events will be presentations from the Walt Disney Archives, plus a rotating display of artifacts on loan to Cotino. Walt Disney Archives director Becky Klein was on hand to showcase the first wave of artifacts on display for members.
Of course, I love to talk about Walt Disney himself, and his connections to this area are very broad. Walt started here in the 1930s. He came down here and built a home here in 1948. It was really important to him. This was one of his happy places, his laughing places. He loved to come down here to get away from the stress of the studio, to relax and to kind of rewind and re-energize. But this particular exhibit just celebrates a few things. It's film and television and parks, but also Walt's own connections to other people here in the Cachella Valley. I'll start with this one. This is a painting by a man named Clyde Forsyth. This was made in 1943, and it was given to Walt by Clyde. It's a smoke tree. And that is a plant that is indigenous to this area, very famous in this valley. But Clyde was a very famous artist in this area, especially for his Western art. And Walt really admired him as an artist, and they became really good friends. Another piece of art that I love here kind of illustrates Walt's cowboy culture interests. When in 1941, Walt Disney and a group of his artists went down to South America at the behest of the government to do a kind of a goodwill thing, and so they decided to make a film about South America and culture, and it ended up being a film called Saludos Amigos. While he was down there, Walt Disney met a very famous Argentinian painter named F. Molina Campos, and they got to be friends. Campos was very excited about meeting Walt, and a few years later, in 1943, he came to visit Walt at the studio, and he gave him this painting to commemorate their meeting. And so it's a lovely kind of caricature of their meeting, and he called it Pals, which I thought was very cute. But it's signed there to the great Walt and cordially from him. So these are special pieces, special directly to Walt himself. This is a lobby card from the film True Life Adventure. It's called The Living Desert. The Living Desert was shot in several desert locations in Arizona and here in the Cachella Valley. So it was actually shot here by Walt. And that film won an Academy Award. The film came out in 1953, and the Academy Award was given in 1954. And so that has a very, very direct tie to this area. Mickey Mouse Club, of course, is a television show. It started in 1955, and they had a talent roundup day. Walt Disney loved the Western theming, and he did a lot of Western-themed films and television shows. But of course, Spin and Marty, which you see there on the cover of Mickey Mouse Club magazine, and the Mickey Mouse Mouseketeers performed in Western gear. And the little boots there were worn by Doreen Tracy, who's one of the main Mouseketeers. And this is a hat from one of the kids on the show. This piece that's pretty banged up, it's what's left really of the Frontierland stagecoach. That was a piece, that was the very first attraction that was built for Disneyland. And they built it up at the studio, and we have photos of Walt driving it around the studio lot. And this was taken down, of course, to Disneyland prior to opening, and it was something you could ride on in Nature's Wonderland, as well as pack mules and the mine train and the Conestoga wagon, all kinds of things there. Sadly, it was made out of wood. It didn't survive the last 70 years, as well as some of our other pieces, but pieces of it were given to the Walt Disney Archives when it had to be destroyed. And so we have this signage from it. We also have a wagon wheel and a door from the original stagecoach.
A grand opening ceremony was held for the Artisan Club that night, featuring a live musical performance and opening remarks by Claire Bilby.
This vibrant community combines world-class amenities, themed spaces envisioned by our wonderfully talented Disney Imagineers. All of this surrounded by the beautiful nature and beauty of Coachella Valley. From the Artisan Club, our central gathering place for our members, and the stunning crown jewel, Cotino Bay, to fantastic dining at Architect's Fork, plot twist, and of course, signature activities and recreational offerings and more. Every day at Cotino is going to be simply unforgettable. And this is just the beginning. We can't wait to see Cotino Bay Beach Shopping and Dining open next fall. This town center will offer a variety of entertainment and dining options for our residents and the broader Rancho Mirage community.
There was also a special moment with Cotino's opening team of cast members.
Our cast members each hold a light, reflecting the unity and togetherness for Cotino. A unique lifestyle that blends the beauty of this nature found in the area with a touch of Disney magic. A place where new chapters begin for our incredible residents. And today, I am so thrilled that we are making the dream come true.
But wait, there's more. While visiting Cotino, we got to tour some model homes. You can see more of them right here on the Laughing Place YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining us here at Cotino. We're here in one of the bedrooms at the Parr House. Hope you enjoyed this look inside this new Storyliving community. And don't forget to join us next week for another exciting episode of Laughing Place on Location.